canon event was I woke up and I'm like me telling her 3 days in advance that I'm gonna be streaming that day, and then I woke up, I'm like, gotta go stream. I sat on the computer. I turned around to be like making sure Pookie's still asleep, and I just see her like awake, sitting down, frowning, and I'm like, oh, what's wrong? And then she had a bad dream, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, 1 second, Pookie. I turn around, open Chatterino, go, be right back, guys. We'll be late. Pookie sad. And it's because she had a bad dream where I apparently was an asshole.
She was so mean to me in that dream, man. It was like one
That's
of the
fucking
worst dreams I had
crazy.
last year, y'all. That shit was rough.
No, the fact that I was like, what? No, the whole time you're like, no, don't let me get in between. Like, I don't want to make you late for your stream. And I'm like, no, they'll understand. Like, fuck that bitch, whoever that Michi, who the fuck that bitch was. Fuck that bitch. Damn. She was like, yeah, and then you were so mean in my dream. Like, damn. Fuck me in your dream, man. That's horrible. She's kind of an ass for that. Wow, I can't believe I did that.
Been there, man. Dream me has gotten in trouble with my wife more than a few times. Yeah, tell the dream version of you to stop being so mean to your wife, man. It's not a good time, bro. It's rough. It's hard.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. You just have to be better.
Yeah, your dreams with me in it are random as fuck, and mine are just like the most horrifying, traumatizing things. I've had them like, I've had like the most people I have dreams of that are horrible are with you, my dad, and Hami.
Damn, tell Hami and your dad to tell the Hami dream version and your dad version to stop doing that too.
Well, with my dad, it's not really him being mean. It's more just like bad things happening. But with with Hami, it's like she's just so fucking mean. It makes me cry. Like I wake up crying. It's crazy. And then I go over to her room and she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "You were really mean in my dream." And she was like, "Oh fuck." And then we both sit on the staircase and it's like we're just kind of sitting there. She's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's okay." And then we just get lunch. I'm like, "You did this and this." And she's like, "Why am I like that in your dream?" And then I looked it up. Why is mean in my dreams? And it says, dreams where someone is constantly mean often represents your own internal emotions, insecurities, or stress rather than a literal reflection of the friendship. It could include unresolved conflict, fear of judgment, rejection, personal insecurity in the relationship, or subconsciously processing your own harsh self-criticism.
Oh.
Subconscious conflict. You may have unresolved feelings or unexpressed anger regarding a past or present situation with that person. Fear of loss or betrayal. The dream may stem from an insecurity about the strength of your bond, causing you to fear they might abandon or turn on you. I get that one the most with you guys, I would say, probably. Stress management. Your brain often uses dreams to process emotional turmoil. If you're stressed about other life areas, they may manifest as conflict with familiar people. The friend or symbolic representation. The friend in the dream may not represent the person themselves, but rather a quality or a memory associated with them that you are currently struggling with. And then what to do? Journal the dream. Record the details to identify patterns or reoccurring themes. Reflect on the relationship. Assess if there are any subtle real-life tensions you are ignoring. Self-reflection. Consider if the mean behavior is actually a reflection of how you are treating yourself. If these dreams are causing significant distress, they may be linked to anxiety or other mood disorders.
You're so perfect, princess. Oh. Me thinking back, I'm like, wait, I don't think I've ever had like a nightmare with you, and the nightmares always end funny though.
I'm so happy.
One dream.
That must mean that you're very secure in our relationship.
Yeah, I trust you 100%. I even told her this, and it's true, by the way. I remember, because every now and then we'd have this conversation where she's like, would you be sad if I left your life? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, damn. Whatever that means, bro. But I told her, it's like, the idea... Okay, I'm gonna sound so full of myself, though. But this is how I think. Okay, this is my honest thought, but I'm gonna sound so, like... full of myself. Disclaimer. But the idea of like just me thinking about like the possibility that you'd leave my life I can't do it. Like I just can't do it. So I just don't think about it. And in my little wee old peewee brain, I'm like, nah. And then I trust you 100%. So if one day you do leave me, I'll be like, wow, that caught me so off guard. Time to press spacebar off a roof. Oi.
How does that connect with you being full of yourself? I don't understand that.
Because that means I'm so, I'm so like oh, you think you're so good, huh? Like that. You know, it's like, oh damn, you think you're so good and that you won't leave me. You know?
No, it just sounds like you're secure in our
Because
bond.
I trust you. I trust you 100%.
To be fair, I think I do a really good job of being like obsessed with you, so I would be more surprised if you didn't. I think I would be really fucking offended if you weren't secure with the amount of things that I do. Like that's called being full of yourself. I'm just like, well, I honestly, like, if she was like, this isn't enough, like you're not doing enough, I'd be like, are you a fucking like actual fucking drama queen princess that needs the whole fucking what do you mean? Like I would just give you the world just because I want to give you the world, but if you're just like, that's not enough, you need to give me the world, that's when it would mean like,
are you not entertained?
Yeah, I'd be like, the fuck.
No, like super, I'm gonna be so honest, like if let's say we don't talk at all for like 6 months. I even told you this and you were like, that's nasty, but like it's true. If let's say we don't talk at all for 6 months, I would still be like, oh, she's busy and that's fine. And I'll be like, can't wait for Pookie to come back. And I wouldn't really, I don't know, because we're at this point in our relationship where I'm like, I trust you 100%. If you say something is what it is, I'm not gonna read into it. I'll be like, yeah, okay, that is true.
Guys, I just think it's gross that she can even fathom a reality where I wouldn't talk to her for 6 months. Why the fuck would that even be an if? Why is that even an if in your brain? Like, why is that? She says, if you don't talk, why are you thinking about that? Are you?
Because like, what if
you're
you
just okay?
Go
like
to
if
the gym and
for
then,
6 months. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't
like,
reply to you
like,
for
oh,
6
I
months,
can't
and
be
then
on
6
my
months later, I'm
phone.
just like, oh my god, sorry, I was busy, like I was sleeping. Hello, like, and you wouldn't be upset at me for that? I would be mad that you weren't upset.
I mean, if you told me you didn't like text me for 6 months because you were asleep, then I'd be worried because that means you were in a coma. But if let's say you're like, oh, I'm like at the gym and I've been like working out and I can't open my phone because I'm on a phone detox, then I'd get that. It's like, oh, she's on a phone detox.
And I just don't tell
But
you
if
that I'm doing that.
No, because I know you would tell me first. That's why I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
you would
but if
tell
I
me
just
first.
stop talking to you and with no
Well, no,
warning.
I would not be okay with that. No.
Okay,
like,
that's
if you didn't
okay.
tell me anything.
Yeah.
But if you warned me, then I'm like, okay.
Well, that's why I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. If I just ignored you for 6 months and then just came back, like, I would be mad at you for not being mad at me. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, you've actually seen it because, okay, there was a time where I had like a disagreement with a friend, and I was like the way I verbalized, I was like, oh, this happened, right? Well, obviously we can't mention names, but I was like, oh, this happened and that was weird. And I didn't quite like that. I think they're upset at me, but I'm also upset at them. And then 2 minutes later, like they message me and they need help and I'm like, oh, okay then. Like it's whatever. It's like, you know, it's not like I don't know. I trust the people. If I like you, I trust you. But I think with you specifically, I wholeheartedly trust you. Like in my head, there is no way. If let's say something happens and I don't like it, in my head I'll be like, oh, like she probably meant to do something nice, but she didn't know that I didn't quite like this. But that's okay because it's really sweet that she thought that this is it's like a good thing.
Also, because it's really easy to tell and you can't fucking lie.
That is true.
She's so
like,
annoying about that, by the way, y'all. Oh my god, if there's something wrong, oh my god, she fucking did this to me. Oh my god, it made me so fucking annoyed. Like, there's like we're getting ready to go to bed, and then she's just like, "Can I ask you something?" I'm like, okay, something's going on. And then she's like, it's not like about you or anything. It's literally about me. She fucking, what are you? And then I'm like, just tell me. And she's like, but like, I don't, I'm like, why don't you just fucking tell me? And then turns out it's like everything that she said it wasn't, it was. So it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what do we mean by this? And like, I just kind of like, she can't even do anything because the look that I give her is just like, girl, just fucking speak. Like, what are we even doing here?
No, it reminds me of, oh my god, I still feel guilty about this until this day. Okay, Numi told me it's like, if there is anything you want to talk about, like anything at all that you don't like, you should say something about it. And then she gave me that sick fry analogy, and I still think about that until today. But I was like, cool. So she really does want to just, you know, like she wants to talk about it, right? Like, even though it's like minuscule and it's a nothing burger, you should still talk about it because we're close. And I'm like, oh, okay. So one day there was something that I want to talk about, but I don't know how to word it. And I asked her, like, what happens if I don't know how to word it? It's like, just tell me. But you can be like, oh, like, give me some time to think about the words. And I'm like, sick, cook, nasty, right? That's a solution. And then one night before I went to bed, it was like, oh, I remembered there was something I want to talk to you about, but I forgot to bring it up. And Numi told me, word per word, tell me the moment it crosses your mind.
Oh!
So I said, yes, okay,
Oh
it crossed my mind. I should tell her. So I messaged it to her. I was like, there's something I want to talk to you about, and it's about this. But she was still like asleep, and I was about to go to bed, so I went to bed. And then the next morning I woke up and she was like sending me paragraphs on paragraphs, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Why? What happened? It's nothing. It's literally a nothing burger. It wasn't anything serious or anything bad. And she was like, why the fuck did you do that? And I was like, well, you told me to tell you the moment it crosses my mind. And it's like, but you went to bed after. And I'm like, well, it crossed my mind before I went to bed.
It's actually just so crazy. It's just like you drop a bomb and then she just farted and disappeared. That's what it was. And I'm like, and I had to sit with that shit for so fucking long. And it's like, and then she's like, well, you told me to just, tell you that. And I'm like, yeah, when we're both present to fucking talk about it. Why? What's so good about it if you're not present for that? And then, you know what the funny thing is, guys, is like, I feel like Michi has grown so much, like emotionally, like mentally, since I've met her to the point where she is finally understanding what I mean when I end up doing the same thing back to her, and she actually gets upset about it. And I'm like, wow, doesn't feel good, does it? Like, what was this? When we were on FaceTime a couple weeks ago, and then I said to her, I was like, yeah, I felt like this about this, but like, I knew that you were like going through this and this, so I didn't want to bring it up. And then she got upset. She's like, I would have liked it if you told me that you were feeling this way. Like, I don't understand why you waited. So like, I don't get it. And I'm like, yeah, doesn't fucking feel good, does it? And then she's just like, oh.
Yeah, because now I know. I'm like Windows after an update, you know? I'm like, oh, now I know that. And I'm like, oh, that bad.
And then when it happens to her, she
gets
to truly experience the feeling of it because she's been able to like actually wrap her head around it with the Windows update. So she's like, oh, wow, yeah, I feel something and it doesn't feel good. Whoa. And then she's like, yeah, why didn't you tell me about this?
A lot of my friends don't do that. Like, me and my friends, we don't really, well, I don't really have like a lot of disagreements or anything with even with you, like, when we talk, it sounds like we have a lot, but no, like, most of the time, it's not, like, crazy disagreements, and it's very, like, not often. So, with my other friends, it's like, I talk to you the most, right? So, I don't really have that. We don't really have those moments. And if, let's say, there's something bad that happens and I don't like it, if it's a nothing burger, I don't talk about it. Like, no one talks about it. So, I was like, okay, who cares? But with you, you're like, tell me everything. And I was like, okay. And then I learned. I got updated, man. I'm like, got it. Because I took that to heart.
She fucking used that on me, guys. She used that shit on me. She's like, yeah, even if it's big or small, I think I would want to know. And I'm like, wow.
Fry analogy.
Wow. She fucking used that shit back on me. Oh, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. Because, you know, when I was going through it a couple weeks ago, I'm like, yeah, I'll just tell her about it later because, you know, I'm just, you know, I'd rather tell her about it later. And then she's like, what's going on? And then I drop everything and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, yes. And then she's like, I just wish you would have said something sooner. I'm like, wow, look at that. It's the way that you're growing enough to actually get upset about that. I actually got so happy when you got mad at me. Like, I got proud. I was, like, happy that you actually got upset because it showed me that you actually care about me. And it showed, like, actual growth because you didn't just kind of, like, you weren't just like, oh, it's okay. You actually cared enough to say, like, I would have wanted to know about this. So it made me happy. I was like, oh my God, she, like, actually cares about me enough to get upset over things like this. Wow.
Is she a little masochistic, guys, or am I crazy here?
No, it's not like I'm not mad. Like, I'm not happy about the fact that you were mad, but it's more like what comes with it, you know? It just like character development, growth, and shit, you know?
I'm growing. I'm an empath.
But I do also
like
like I am a masochist. You know that.
Whoa! Girl, I feel like a lot of people be knowing that now. Damn. She's my little sicko. Wow. Wow.
I mean, when she's
I'm
like,
learning
I don't
so
want to
much.
hurt you, and I say, you can hurt me, and then she gives me the strangest look back.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to do that. And she's like, you can. And I'm just like, are you okay? Let's put a pin on that.
Yeah, let's put a pin on that.
Let's
put a pin on that for later. Yeah,
are you okay? Let's put a pin on that. Let's unwrap this whole baggage in a second. Me when I having a normal you know that fucking FaceTime video that's like the calling your best friend and then it's like the I hate him and then you lock the fuck in. That's our conversation. Sometimes I'm like, hey, happy, silly, goofy. And then Numi says something so crazy that I sit down. Suddenly we're in a therapy room and I'm like, and what makes you think that way? Wow. Okay, let's put a pin on that one.
Let's put a pin on that one for later.
But that was I felt so guilty after that because I was like, it was actually a nothing burger and I didn't think that it was like, I don't know, I did not know it was a taboo. Because I was like, when you tell me something, okay, this is probably like, I think you already know this. If you tell me something, know that I take it seriously.
Well, yes.
Word
me
to
too.
word. He sent me a picture of rug.
I sent her rug.
Wait, I want to pin this rug. Pin message. There was one time also that like she sent something and it was important. And I wanted to pin it, but then she pinned it first and I didn't realize she pinned it first and I literally unpinned it and I got really sad because it was gone.
What the fuck? What was it? My boobs?
It was like a... No, it... Oh! Wait, let me just go on your chat. Oh.
What's up?
Oh. Wait. No,
Joklang!
wait, hold on.
Joklang! The fuck?
Joklang! Let me pin that. Oh, boobs? I've never seen pictures of your boobs.
Do you want to?
You could do the funniest thing right now and send me a gajillion pictures of your boob right now. Guys, I wouldn't it be so funny if you just sent me a picture of her boob right now? God, I'd laugh so
Not
hard
again.
if you could do the funny. No, it was a collab date because I was so scared that I'm so scared that I'd fuck up the collab dates. So I wanted to pin it. And then I would check it, and then like the next day, I checked and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Did she delete the message? Where is it? Whoa. Does she not want to collab with me anymore? What happened? I unpinned it by accident. Oopie.
She's so silly, y'all. She's like so silly and just so silly.
I freak out. Aga. She
got
got me on my toes.
Bro, you freak out when
toes.
I'm like at like the most at peace, which is so funny to me because like I'd be like so anxious. I get so anxious because of, you know, I guess apparently the fear of loss according to the website with like the people who are close to me. So I normally get like anxious, and then like there's like the moments where I'm like, oh, it's all in my head, it's okay, and then I'm like, and then I'm happy. 2 seconds later, are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm just it's just.
That's me on my period. Oh my god, the fact that now you know if I'm about to get my period, and then I just like I'm about to get my period. The moment I'm like, do you hate me? That's when I start thinking. But every other day I'm like, nah, this is fine. I be chilling and relaxing and everything. Life is so beautiful. It's literally only... It's like when you're about to get your period and you talk really fast.
I just don't...
So
I don't get that. I don't get how that lines up at all. I think it's just because I'm usually in heat. In a rut or something. And that's why I talk faster.
That is one of the wildest thing I've... Okay, I don't think it's that. Let's put a pin on that one too. let me bring up let's put a pin on a lot of things today, I think. But I think it's because like when you're on, I don't know, I noticed that though. When you're about to get your period, you talk faster. And then it's kind of funny. But that's one of the things I told like in my life, like my oh my god. Wait, I have like the funniest story actually. I recently talked about you to my friend group because something happened that reminded me, and I was like, oh my god, Numi has trained me for this exact conversation. Because, okay, none of my friends ever talk to me about like sexual shit, right? Because most of the time, what the fuck do you want me to say? Dude, like I have a friend that's like, man, I struggle with like I beat my schmeats every day and it's a struggle. And I'm like, what do you want me to say about that? How do I respond? And it's like, man, I'm always so horny. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to say in response? You know? So no one really talks about it. So in my head, I'm like, oh, all my friends are not like horny people. Aside from like, before you, the only person I know that's like, oh, you kind of down bad. Even then, we've never really talked about it when we're like together. Because I guess the vibes and shit. But when I'm not there, it's Ollie. Like, I would only know Ollie is like down bad because of clips. Like it's like I see this other side of her every time I see Ollie clips. Because when me and Ollie hang out, it's always like normal and wholesome and like we don't talk about anything like down bad. And then I see a clip of Ollie like fucking yelling at boobs for like 3 fucking minutes, and I'm like, who is that? So I'm like, oh, okay. So I didn't know anything. Yeah, and I recently come to a realization that this whole time, I think it's me. I think I'm the problem. Because
it's not that it's a problem.
No, like I'm the reason no one talks about it. Because like recently someone brought up like a conversation about like something to do with being down bad, and I know how to respond because you talk about it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, now I know how to respond. And then now they're starting to get comfortable, and now they're talking about like down battery stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I said the right thing, and now I have dialogue unlocked, you know?
Well, yes.
I got dialogue unlocked. I've known these bitches for years.
Well, yes.
Wow.
Well,
QTE pass.
Because it's like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with not talking about, because some people just don't really talk about it, and that's fine. But I think it's like, there's some people who really look down on that kind of talk. I'm like, well, at the end of the day, it's kind of like a normal thing that people experience. So like, I just be talking. I've just always been like that with my friends. So then it's really easy for me to find comfort levels when I first meet people, because I've seen both ends of the spectrum of being the most down bad with people versus like very, very like conservative with how I speak, right? And so with you, I'm probably on a 3 on the scale, you know? But like with Bao and Yuzu, it's like a 10 out of 10, like 20 out of 10 or some shit. And it's like, I know, so like there would be times where like Michi would walk near like me and Yuzu, and we're having a conversation and she doesn't even know what the fuck is going on. And it's like, she's like, well, I see a completely different side of you when you're with Yuzu. I'm like, well, yeah.
No, when we're in Japan, I went down and you were downstairs with Yuzu.
Was it when I was on the floor laughing, like crying and laughing?
I think it was that. All I remember is like you guys were making jokes, and then all I heard, okay, like I don't know what the joke was because I literally just started going downstairs. The moment I went down, all I heard was like you guys were laughing, and then I heard Yuzu like moan, and then you laughed, and then you went like, and then you start moaning, and I was like, oh wow.
I know
oh,
exactly.
oh.
No, it was me, Giri, Sho, and Yuzu were laughing so hard. I talked to this story. It was like the story of the guy that I thought was Olimar. And then I like pointed to it, and I was like, Giri, it's you. Like, I thought it was cute because I think the guy is cute, right? The little guy. And then she was like, the face she made was so fucking funny. Like, Giri was so appalled by the comparison that I just started laughing so hard, and then I showed it to Yuzu and Sho, and then we started laughing so hard and like building on this joke that she's like, she hits it with the frying pan and then starts to like cook him in a frying pan, and we're just like, we just kept adding to it. And then like, I have a video of this, I could send it to you, of Yuzu crying because we were laughing so fucking hard. And then like, Michi comes downstairs, and when she comes downstairs, it's like I'm on the floor laughing, and then Yuzu's crying, and then Sho is like laughing so hard, and then Kiri's just like nodding, shaking her head with her like with her face in her hands, and then Michi's like, what the fuck happened? It's like, I could explain it and laugh, but it just makes no fucking sense unless you were just there for the moment.
I came in, you know that guy with like the pizza boxes and the room's on fire? That's how I felt. I was like, oh, hello everybody.
Quick word from our sponsor, me, myself, and I. We have a new Gamer Subs flavor out now called Kissy Kissy Passion that tastes just like me. What? A delicious passion fruit mango. So yum yum. Try for yourself today. Thanks!